Hello and welcome. You are with Lynn from Cavi Central. Just going to take this headset off for a moment because it's quite bouncing back. Hold on. See if I can put it down here. It's a bit tricky because it's connected to everything electrical at the moment. Okay, so tonight we've got some really interesting things to talk about. And I've set this up in such a way, hopefully, that you're able to see this on a couple of the platforms. I'm just going to wait for a couple of people to join us, and let me share the chat so I can see your comments as well. Oh, this is working. Hi, Alexis Walter. Hello from the US. Oh my goodness, this is working better than ever. I hope you guys can see this. Please let me know if you are seeing a little guinea pig. And this little gorgeous guinea pig is called Turtle. So yeah, pop your comments into the chat if you can. I can see you from a number of platforms. We've got Facebook and we've got YouTube on here at the moment. Please let me know this is coming through so that you can see clearly. You see Turtle Jeremy? Hello and welcome. Good to see you. I'm not clever enough to turn the camera around in two ways. Yes, there's nothing better than a sleeping baby, is there? She's a pretty little baby. Jake, hi, how are you? You're actually here, hooray! I often see you on the lives, but it's really great that you're here tonight because this is actually a really serious conversation I'd like to have with everyone. You can see Turtle. Thanks, Alexis. Okay, so let me tell you about this gorgeous little guinea pig. She's called Turtle. She is a female, and she came into Cavi Central's rescue life some time ago, roughly 10 weeks ago, and we had a call that a guinea pig had given birth to 2 guinea pigs, one of which was very deformed. And of course, this is in fact little Turtle. So Turtle's got some serious issues. And just let me know as well if you can hear me okay. I hope that the sound is all right because believe me, I'm connected to a lot of things at the moment to make this happen. And the camera going up and down is because it's actually on my chest, looking down, so you're seeing what I'm seeing. And it is now 20 to 1 in the morning. So, okay, so little Turtle, let me just lift her up here. Here she is. For all intensive purposes, she probably looks like a sleeping guinea pig. Looks a little bit like a guinea pig that might be out cold, so to speak. And normally you can't hold them, of course, in your hand if they're like that. You see them in a distance, but little Turtle's a bit different. Thanks, Alexis. You can hear me okay? Sounds good. Thanks, Michelle. Hello and welcome. Okay, and you can see her little feet are moving there. She's actually quite chilled out at the moment. And there's a reason for that. That is that she's very badly deformed. Now, a huge thank you to one of our volunteers out there. Her name is Chantel, and she may even pop onto the live stream, I'm not sure. She'll say hi if we get to see her on here. But Chantel took on the care of Turtle in the initial stages in hand feeding her, because we often get a lot of young ones that we need to hand rear. And she took on that role, which was fantastic. And thank you. And we were able to then get her through the very early stages of survival, because she really does have very complex issues. And this is sometimes something that's faced whether a guinea pig has an accident or whether they are born this way in the case of Turtle. So Turtle came into the world with these deformities, and I'll just run through them now. Let me pop her down on my lap a bit more, and you can see she'll just roll right over. Hello, turtle. Hey. Hello. You'll hear her make little noises. Hello. Hi. Sorry, darling. Yeah, she is. So she's not happy to be disturbed. But Turtle has very little mobility at the moment. Let me just pick her up. And you can take a better look at her. So you'll notice that her limbs go in all different directions. So we have her rear foot, you can see here, is right. She's extending it out. She can actually bend this. This bends right down and takes a normal shape, but she refuses to do it. And her little front limbs, let's take a look at these first. She's actually quite comfortable doing this, but they go across her body. And that's their permanent position. And her head has a majorly severe head tilt. So she is very dependent on everything that's been done for her from day one. And there are some fairly serious complications start to arise at this point. Now, a lot of our volunteers and members would know about another piggy we had called Muffin. Muffin lived here for 5.5 years, came to us in a similar way. There were 3 little ones. Muffin was severely deformed, as with Turtle, and she then went on to have 5.5 years with me here. So she was a special little girl. But she had 3 of the 4 limbs severely compromised. Turtle has far more than that. So Turtle is much more complex. So let's run through some more of her issues, apart from her physical issues, in that she came into this world badly formed. She loves her food. She's eating and pooping quite normally, but she actually is blind. So little Turtle cannot see where Muffin could. So Muffin had full eyesight, but little Turtle doesn't. So I'm just going to sit her up a bit so you can see her a little bit better. Let me move back a bit. Let's see if that works. Tell me, guys, if anything you can't see. Why am I holding her like this, Maya? Hello and welcome, because she's a little deformed guinea pig that we've been caring for several months here in Cavi Central. We haven't, if you're in our group in the Cavi Saver community, you would have heard of Turtle, but certainly if you are not, then you would not have seen her. We haven't put anything out. And I just thought, playing with this equipment that I'm up here late at night. It's going on for 1 a.m. and she gets lots of food around the clock, that I thought I'd take a moment to spend some time chatting with you about some of the serious issues. Hello, Guinea Pig Sue. Hello, hello, hello. You've made it. Hi. So this is some of the work that we do, which is sort of out of hours and off screen, but I've got you with me. Perhaps I should put a camera on me the whole time, then you'd really get to see what goes on. But this little girl, let's just give her a little bit of carrot, see what happens. Here we go. Turtle, want some? She's always wanting food, so she'll take it and devour it very quickly. Her appetite is fantastic, and you'll see we've now got a little piggy who is very much aware of what's going on, munching away on her food. She loves her food, and as I mentioned before, her system is really good and healthy, but she is dependent on us and what we provide her with and how we position her. So Maya says, I think she's suffering. That's actually what this discussion's all about, Maya. And there are some really complex issues around how far we go towards helping an animal and where we see or draw a line in the sand with that. So we take that very, very seriously. Hi, Jane. Hello. It is so upsetting. In terms of suffering, she's not in pain. And we know that from lots of different reflexes, but there are times when her position is compromised and she can't control it. And of course, that would be very distressing to her. So yeah, we have to weigh up how far we look at care for her. And we're actually really at the point where we need to make a call on that, because she was fully able to move up until several days ago, roughly 2 days ago. Everything changed. And for her, she's now, with her weight bearing, not able to move sufficiently with her left arm to stay upright and actually move along really well. So in the last 2 days, things have dramatically changed for her. And sadly, I do think that we will have to take the kinder option for her. But yeah, these are some of the issues that come up in rescue that we need to look at all the time with really, really severely compromised, unwell animals. And I know a lot of people, she's like, hello, do you want more carrot? No more? No more? Hello. Yeah, so Maya's saying, wouldn't putting her down be a best solution? Possibly. We did have Muffin for 5.5 years, and Muffin was a character. Muffin, absolutely. We'll put out some videos on Muffin so that you're more aware of what happened with her. But Muffin was here for 5.5 years, extremely happy. And the main concern there was that there was no pain. Her limbs, because they are deformed, it means that as they grow, the pressure points are completely different and abnormal to where your body would want them to be. So they're at risk of things like bumblefoot or abnormal swelling, sores in different locations, similar to people in beds who might get bed sores from being in the same sort of positions. So Muffin, even though she had 3 limbs and she had full sight, full hearing, she was able to move around and really do well in that environment. But here, this little girl is more seriously compromised, and we were really looking to see what would happen as her weight started to go on, and that's actually what we've got right now. So yeah, Maya says, I cried ugly when I had to put my 2 first guinea pigs down. Yeah, it's heartbreaking. It's a heartbreaking decision because it's the life of an animal, and we take that really seriously. Like, we've spent months with this little girl, rehabbing her, getting her to this stage. You can see her coat is glossy and smooth and gorgeous. And, you know, we love her and she loves us. But at the end of the day, she is immobile and she's completely dependent on what we do for her in every way. And she certainly lets us know. Just gobbling that up. I like your cucumber. What are your thoughts out there? Who have we got with questions on euthanasia? For me, the number one aspect that we look at is pain. If an animal is in pain and suffering and we cannot remove that or have them in a state where there's no pain, then it's, you know, we do have to make that call. This is a little bit different in this girl's situation in that she's immobile and she is able to sit and munch, and she's not showing any pain symptoms. At different times she will, so they're starting to come on. We do give her hemp oil. We have different things. There's a little lay down there again. There we go. All right. This little cutie. And we actually have little wraps that we have in different positions under her left side that enable her to sit upright and to be more comfortable. But as I mentioned, up until 2 days ago, she was fully able to move around. So, hi, Alini. Hello, poor little one. She's a fighter. I know, she's eating so much. She just loves her food. She's super cute. So she's one of many little ones that need attention. Super cute, but very much heartbreaking. Now, just to point out, you know, that she is blind. She cannot see at all. So part of the reason we're finding with her, she's got this current issue with heavier weight and then all going to one side. She cannot see which way is up. And we know with babies, when they're initially in cages. We've got a funny little video of Climber that was sort of a virtual, one of those crazy videos on Facebook. But literally, Climber went to the door along with his siblings, but Climber kept climbing right up the edge of the cage. And that was one of the telltale early signs of blindness. And this little girl has exactly the same. The other thing that she has is that she's deaf. So all this talking I'm doing right now, she can't hear me at all. So she's blind and deaf. And if you just watch what happens as I click my fingers here, watch her ears. You'll see she's not reactive at all. If you click your fingers, can you see my fingers making a loud noise? You can probably hear it. She's not reacting at all. If you do that anywhere near any of your guinea pigs, they will make an instant movement with their ears. So she's blind and deaf and now immobile. So while she's happy to eat and she's happy to be cuddled, it's really not a quality of life that she has available to her in terms of movement and freedom of that. So yeah, we're at a really serious turning point for Turtle that has now come up in the last 2 days. So yeah. Maya says, which of the paws does she not have? She has all of them, Maya. She has all her paws. But her front 2 paws, let's just lift her up. She can come up. See me up here. Come on. And she'll sit here for me. Come on. Let's get you in position. There we go. There we go. There, I'm trying to get her on the camera. She's okay. She can come here. She's, I don't know. Let me see. Sorry, I'm trying to work this on my neck as well as, there we go. Can you see her there? That's a bit better. Okay. So if you look at her front 2 paws, they swing dramatically to the right-hand side. And with her rear paws, or rear legs, and I'm here, it's all right, I'm here. She knows when I'm touching her. You'll see that crying just went away the minute I calm her. So she's not in pain. She was like, what's happening? What's happening? Where are you? So because she has no sight, no hearing, she relies a lot on touch. And of course, we can't be with her there 24/7, but we can make her really comfy as well. So these are some of the heartbreaking issues that come up. And yeah, you know, you can strive for a really long time to help these animals come through. We had no idea if at the time of her birth, the extent of her deformities and how far we could actually rehab that too. So with Muffin, we were really successful, but with Turtle, not so much. She's happy and healthy, but she's not going to have much of a quality of life. And really, in terms of euthanasia, it's a question of when we do that, when we intervene, when we look at that and consider it. You can see she's quite happy there. Can she smell food? Yes, absolutely. Hive Mistress, how are you? Yeah, she absolutely can. She can easily go to her food. In terms of it being in front of her, she sort of just smells it and she'll dive on whatever she wants to eat that's provided. So she's at least got smell, but no sight, no hearing. So consequently, we'll often find her chilling out in different positions. She could never have a water bowl, and Chantel worked this out very easily in the early days. This wasn't an option for her. Of course, she was flying around the cage, and there's videos in the group again of her moving around. But you know, the danger of landing in the food bowl, in the water bowl, is too great for her. Gary, hi. Gary says, yeah, I would think that it would be the best thing. The longer you wait, the harder it'll be. Absolutely. While she had full movement, Gary, 2 days ago, we've in the last 2 days been doing a lot of physio and rehabbing, but simply her body weight is getting too heavy for the positioning of her limbs to carry that. So, you know, it'd be like she's growing, she's developing, and we're feeding her, but yeah, she just doesn't have the strength to hold up that one side. And even with we've got little harnesses, like it's sort of a padded ring that goes under this arm here on this inside to hold this across in the right position and her rear leg down so she can actually be stable. But even with that, she's not responding to that very well. So yeah, it's a very hard decision. Hive Mistress, she has you. I'm glad you have the love. Yeah, she's been very loved by Chantel and myself. She's had a lot of time here, and she's super cute. But you know, and it's only when we get to share these sorts of stories that you can really see the extent of rescue and what happens. Look at this little girl. I'll put you that way. Hold on. See if we can just position you a bit better. Let's do this. Hold on. I know. Now to do it this way, we have to head. There we go. There we go. There we go. Now, see if she wants a little bit more carrot or something. There we go. Hay, she absolutely devours. And we just leave that in front of her and she will devour that on the spot. So her fresh veg we give to her like this. Any questions, anyone? We've got a lot of people on here tonight. Where are you all from? We've got quite a few from the US. Alini, we've got you in Australia. Anyone else? Oh, Alexis says I'm crying and one of my piggies is licking along with my Yorkie. Hive Mistress, the UK. Yeah, look, it's really sad, and you can put a lot of effort and time into helping animals only for the outcome to be one that we have to choose for them. But it's not. We're not basing it on what we want. We're needing to base that on what she is. She's comfy in her cozy, absolutely. She loves it. She can get really comfy in there. Hello, Jane. Hi, Bella. Hi, Jeremy. Yeah, so she can get really comfy in there. And yeah, so I guess we can look at it another way in that she's had complete love in the time that she's been here. She probably hasn't been able to learn a great deal because she is deaf and blind. So she's really trying to just work out what she can eat and do. Oh, she does. She absolutely does vocalize, not to other guinea pigs, to us. Like, or if something happens that she's not happy, if she's in the wrong position, she'll immediately vocalize and let us know. Her call is very loud as well. So, yeah, definitely you might hear that. Let's see if she wants some more cucumber. Do you want cucumber? This one? Yes, she does. There we go. She's really funny. She'll have a bit of something and then she'll stop. You've got to hand to the next one and go back again. The things we do at 1 a.m. in the morning. Oh my goodness. Hello, John Smith from Peterborough. Yeah, so this little one called Turtle. Tell me what you think we should do down there, down below. Not that that's going to have any bearing on my decision, but I'm really interested in your thoughts because these hard decisions are made by people every day with animals. Hive Mistress says, I had to make the hard decision for my Henry and Edward. They had a tooth or bone growth defect in their mouths, cried Buckets. Yeah, it's desperately sad. We see it all the time, not just with just like there are some things that you can't get on top of and we can't resolve, and medically the vets will say, look, we're at the end of the line. But there are other issues like financial obstacles where even to try with no guaranteed outcome, that's often not something that can be done. So it's really, really difficult and challenging for people, heartbreaking. She can certainly eat, says Guinea Pig Sue. She absolutely does. Yeah, it's a really hard decision. We're still working over because it's only 2 days. said she has lost the balance on the left-hand side. So we're still working with her, but realistically, within the next few days, if she doesn't show signs that she can redo that, we will have to make a choice. She'll go back for an X-ray in the next day or two, so we can see and assess what's going on there. Take some carrot now. Nope, not yet. Hello, Marsha Carey, Maryland, USA. I know, she's super terrific at eating. She plows through her food all the time. When we do pick her up, because I'm not with her 24/7, I obviously can't be. We've got, hundreds, a lot of guinea pigs here at the moment. Not hundreds, we're over 100, so we're around 110 at the moment. But when I do come to her, she's got a little pile of little poops underneath her, and that in itself is one of the reasons you have to consider something like euthanasia unless you've got someone 24/7 with them, because they can end up with urine scald and other problems when they age. She's very young, she's very agile at the moment, and this is only an issue that's come up in the last 2 days. But you cannot have that persist over a long period of time without doing something to intervene. About some celery. Let's see if she wants some celery. Let's have a look. And celery? No. I think she's getting full now. No. Don't want celery? No. Okay. You've finished your cucumber, haven't you? She's finished a cucumber. Okay. No. No, she's done. So she's actually finished. Now, if I was just to leave it, you can see she instantly flops to the left-hand side. This is the problem that we have. So we've got her little harness, and we'll do a little video on that so you can see it properly later. But that actually positions her a lot better. But when left on her own, she then suddenly moves. No, this isn't a parasite guinea pig, Sue. She was born this way. So she's been in care since she was born. The day that she was born, we were contacted. And if you're in the group, you'll have seen some posts from Chantel, who did the initial care with her, and a wonderful job. Wonderful, wonderful job. And this little girl's been here about 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks now. And just 2 days ago, she started to have issues with the weight bearing on her left side, which is the biggest issue because both of her legs go to the right-hand side. So we've got a little harness thing that we pop back on, but I'll leave that for a video for you to see. But I just thought I'd come on here tonight so you can see some of what we're doing with her. And sadly, we will have to look very carefully at decisions for her. Alexa says, praying there's hope for her. I'm thinking maybe a medication. No, there's no medication necessary. She's actually blind and deaf, so there's no cure for that. And that actually affects her entire orientation. So right now she feels she's probably just comfy and resting, but she wouldn't really necessarily know she's almost horizontal. She's just going where her limbs really allow her to go. Alexa says it's often the result of bad breeding, such as inbreeding. Yes, yeah, this is definitely, it could also be in utero. There are issues in there with, we've had large litters where a young one or a smaller one has been very badly deformed, and usually with large issues we can see that. The particular one we see in that instance is the curved front paw. So paws go in like this in a curvature. But in this case, the mum had 2 pups, the other pup perfectly fine, and this little one not. and we have no idea, about anything other than that. Hive mistress, so beautiful. My boy Genesis had a head tilt and balance problem, kept falling over, but he lived more than a few months. Yeah, we actually had, so she's well and truly over 2 months now, but we had Muffin. I was speaking about her earlier in this chat, and Muffin was with us 5.5 years. Muffin had 3 limbs that were compromised. She had 1 normal limb, which was her front left paw, and she had full sight and hearing. Whereas this little one, she has every limb compromised, and she has no sight and no hearing. And if you missed that, go back and have a look at the demonstration halfway through. It cannot cause all of this. It can cause head tilt. Alexis says, yeah, calcified bullia can cause head tilt, but there are actually a number of things that can cause head tilt. So that is one of them for sure. Yeah, in this case, her body is so malformed all over that yeah, it's not to do with that. It's she was born like this from day one. So now she's just chilling out. You can see she almost looks like she's staring off into the distance, which is right where we began at the beginning of this chat. Such a cutie, such a cutie. But she's known love, she's known food, warmth, care, and unless we can get things on track for her, then sadly we'll have to make that decision. Hive mistress, a female of mine, gave birth early triplets. One had a front leg deformity. There were been, yeah, that's what we have found in rescue with larger litters. That front curvature is quite common, yeah, or not so common, but it's of the deformities, that is one of the common deformities. And with that, a lot of physiotherapy, they can actually straighten and do well. This little one has had a lot of physio. But it's just not, she had full mobility, which is great. She could do that, she could move around, but she never quite knew where she was moving to. But she sort of adapted to her cage, which was good, but then she ran into issues with her mum and sister being present. The mum was almost trying to hurt her, and she knew that she had problems, so there are other complications like that. And she's separate to them now. She's in a cage on her own, but she can, well, actually, no, she can't see or hear them because she's blind and deaf, but she's near them, so can perhaps smell them. But these sorts of complicated issues are things that we face all the time. There we go. What do you think of the name Turtle? I think it's a super cute name. Chantel came up with that. Very cute. A bit closer, you can see her a bit more. She's just chilling out. She can shuffle her feet around a bit, but she's not mobile. Yeah, the name is great. It's really good. Okay, well, this little one, I'm going to go and get some padding under that left arm and get her positioned a little bit better in there and situate food around her. I think she's dreaming. You often see piggies dreaming and they're moving their whiskers and their mouth and then they stop and they look comfortable, which is good. Yeah, she's quite full at the moment and no doubt she's making a little pile of poop down the back end there. So if you think of anything later that you would like to add, please pop it down on the live streams, because I do go through your comments. I love hearing from you, and we'll certainly update you with what happens with Turtle and keep you posted. I'm also interested to hear what you think of this late night broadcast in terms of connecting with you. If you like it, enjoy it. If you'd like more of it or not, or in something in particular, please let me know. And I will talk with you again very soon. So I thank you all for joining me at this time. I'm in Sydney, Australia, and I know a lot of you are from the USA, so different time zones completely. But wherever you are in the world, I hope that you enjoy your day. And thank you for being here. There'll be more on Turtle to come. We will update you. Thanks, Alexis. Thanks, Hug Mistress. Cheers, Marsha. Okay, take care, everyone, and we'll see you again soon.